Well. Look at this. We've got Damian Anderson and Creed going at it in the third installment of Creed, directed by Michael B. Jordan. Today I'm joined by a great friend of mine. We go way back to the same mountain known as Frostburg State University, where we conquered and ruled and created our own version of Wakanda and led a people. No, we didn't. But a legend was born, most definitely. Sir Eddie,
And
who
our reign was mighty.
our reign was mighty, Stormbreaker held tall. And this man here, well, he could give John Stewart a run for his money, but that's not what we're here for. What we are here for is upholding a creed. So without further ado, let's get into the review. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's your boy Midnight coming to you live from the Midnight Cinema. Today, I got my good friend Petti.Edi on. Eddie, how you feeling today?
I'm good, brother. How you feeling?
I springtime is terrible. Like I said before we launched the show, this pollen is just creating an assault on me. I want all bees and flowers, plants arrested of all sorts. I tell them to leave me alone. I'm reporting them to the cops. I can't take this anymore. But no, otherwise I'm feeling great. I'm excited to talk about this movie here that a lot of people have been anticipating all year. This is Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut. So Eddie, I'm gonna start with you. What were your overall thoughts about the movie? How did you feel about MBJ's directorial start, and just your overall thoughts?
Well, I liked it, man. I thought it was pretty solid, especially for his directorial debut. Um, you probably heard, he Michael B. Jordan, he's in the anime, so if you caught them, there were like some slight decisions he made with directing, like with some
Yeah,
anime and influence.
absolutely. Yeah,
And yeah, man, it was a good movie. I thought it didn't like retread common ground like throughout the Rocky series. I'd like just so I'd realized I'd never seen like all of the original Rocky movies. So some months
really.
back I started, yeah. So some months I started back from like the first one through like Rocky one through Rocky Balboa, then Creed, and then once this came out, I saw that. And
Mm,
so, like, I saw the big picture. I saw, kind of the way the Creed series and the Rocky series rhymed, but was also different in some aspects. And, I thought like this wasn't like, it didn't seem like a remake of any of the other Rocky movies to me.
yeah,
And I definitely like it better than the previous. I don't know if I'd say I like it more than the first. It's pretty neck and neck between the two. But I thought, it was a solid villain with Damien, and has some heart. We see Creed focusing on his family. Yeah, I just like the story. Like how it was like I have few complaints on it. You know what I'm saying overall, I thought it was a good watch. How about you?
yeah. I like the movie overall. I've heard a lot of people say the same thing of they love three, just not as much as the first one, but definitely more than the second one. And that's not, you know, no one's defecating on the second one. It's just, might be the weakest of the bunch to most people. I like the movie personally, but this one was a very strong entry. Um, I didn't see the first one in theaters. I actually was at home watching it when one day when it was on. It was like, oh yeah, no, this is definitely like that. Um, as far as Rocky goes, I remember I was at my aunt's house, um, staying there for a few days, and AMC had like this Rocky marathon going all day. So I'm like, all right, let's see how it started and so where we go. I loathed part five with Tommy Gunn. I thought that was awful.
Uh,
Just
yeah, definitely wasn't
uh, that's what we call the
strongest
true
out of the bunch.
stinker.
Bro,
Yeah, nah, I
his
wasn't a
son
fan of
was
that one.
bad in that movie.
Yeah,
His
I mean,
son
like,
was bad as hell. Man was wearing the droopy earrings. He was just a little.
the lack of discipline
He
on
was a
his
little
son.
dude. He was
His
like in
son
middle
literally
school or
was
something.
like,
He wearing the earrings. He's scrapping. He fighting, trying to take somebody girl. Like, what are you doing?
man, like his son could have used a lesson from a Bronx Tale. If Robert De Niro was his father, there would have been some serious discipline. But for some reason, Mr. Balboa, Mr. Rambo himself, did not want to draw first blood. The fourth one I enjoyed. I liked. I liked three. Two, I don't remember all that well. Um, First one was
Two was
interesting.
the.
I mean, it was a Best Picture winner too. Say again.
I said two was the rematch with Apollo.
And he won that one, right?
Yeah,
Why don't I remember that one that well? Like, didn't the first movie end on them like about to punch each other, or was that the second one? No, that was the
that.
third one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
after he
Yeah.
beat, they were
All
training
right. Tell
together
you.
after he beat Clubber Lang.
Wait.
I
Well, he was
think.
our Apollo was already dead when Clubber Lang came into the picture. Wait. No, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm
Nah,
thinking of
that was
Tommy.
the fourth
I'm
one.
thinking of Tommy.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Yeah, you're right.
maybe five was bad overall. Just five. It was just bad, man. I mean, so
Yeah.
bad it messes up your memory. It was terrible. Um, but
Man,
no,
that boy
I really
lost it
like this one.
all.
Yeah, like nah.
Like that, it was so. It got so. The series got so sad, bro. Like he lost them all because of his man's.
it
He
was
put his
just.
man's in charge of the money. That's,
I'm telling you, man. Like the whole situation, and that's another thing that I think makes this movie pretty strong. Right, it was Creed's own story. Rocky wasn't even involved here, and with
mm,
all the, we know about the outside stuff that's been going on with
yeah.
Sylvester
That's,
Stallone and the Winklers, and the whole property. And I came up with this idea, and nobody gave me any money for it. Um, there's like I'm quite torn on the issue, but like that's why we don't have Rocky show up in this one. So for this movie to pretty much continue the story even without him and do it as well as it was, I mean, yeah, I really like seeing the history of um, Dame and Adonis's friendship. I thought that whole beginning sequence was really well done. Um, it kind of reminded me of this other movie Jonathan Majors was in called Gully. I don't know if you've seen it. There was like it was an independent movie where they were like um, a couple friends of his in L.A. and all of them just getting in trouble. He just got fresh out of jail and just like their struggles growing up. Yeah, but
mm,
it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. I really like the anime aspects too. When he said that, I had an idea when he first announced it what he was going for, and actually seeing it translate on screen, I was like, okay, you did that. I'm not mad at that. That was brilliant. Um, so let's dive into spoilers. This is what we're here for, So at this point in the video, if you're still watching, you haven't seen it, you can hop off.
get out of here.
just just come
Snap.
back when we have
Snap.
just come back after you see the movie, and at the 10-minute mark, just know that's when the spoilers
It's
start.
been out some
So
weeks. What you doing?
that's if you're not watching Creed, What are you doing with your life? You still watching Cocaine Bear? Like, come on. You know, we're not doing them lines no more.
That's
Yo,
so
man,
wild that
yo,
that's a movie that came out. A bear
seriously.
doing cocaine and going. Wow.
Yeah, that whole story just threw me off. I didn't even think it was. Once I looked it up,
Like,
like, this is a true story. Like, no way, man. Um, but like, yeah, no, that's crazy though. I'm telling you, it's gonna win Best Picture.
like,
Cocaine
oh
Bear.
yeah, okay,
Oh yeah,
yeah, okay.
Cocaine Bear is going to take Best Picture at the Oscars. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. The award will be presented by Steven Spielberg.
That'd be so disrespectful to Steven Spielberg. You don't have to hand that shit out. It's a slap in the face to
No,
that
for
man.
real, like, uh,
Bro made
Cocaine Bear.
Titanic and he giving an Oscar to Cocaine Bear. Get out of here.
Oh man, nah, it's really is crazy that that's a movie. Um, I tell you what, do you? So here's the thing with this movie, right? Do you think that this had the best overall final fight in like all of Rocky?
No, I did not. I did not.
Interesting. Which fight would you
Like
say
I
was
said,
the best?
I don't have much complaints about the movie, but I think one of the weaker points were the fight. The fight was not bad, but like I said, just fresh off the whole series, I don't think so. I personally, I wasn't a fan of the whole like ring morphing into
You
like
didn't
a
like that?
cage and all. I ain't like that.
Wow.
I ain't like that.
Dang. Okay. I'm not gonna
I
lie. I
mean, like,
really thought you would have liked that.
nah. I mean, I kind of like they made it seem like everybody was gone, like it was just like an empty ring. But the
Yeah.
cage thing, I was a bit too kind of took me out because like in the series, there's never really been like that like abstract type stuff with
Mm,
the fights, you know.
yeah. But I think that at the same time, that's also what makes it so unique. I mean, like the abstractness. I mean, taking that to an artistic level with these two facing off, mental
I do
warfare is
respect
going on between these two gentlemen here. It's a game of chess. Who is going to knock the other one out first?
it.
But I thought the creative liberty behind it, I thought it was, you know, unique because, like, I mean, nobody else would have thought we'd have just been in the fight the whole time. But then it kind of removed us for a moment from like the physical and it went into the mental.
Oh
Like,
man.
I could have had this life. You out here living my life. I made this mistake that I was holding on to for so long. And then I see you back in my life, and then you start disrespecting me, you tricking me. I'm sticking my neck out for you. I mean, look at this. I'm sticking my long neck out for you. And all you can
Yo.
tell me is I'm a coward and a fraud.
Oh my.
I'm
Oh.
t- that was like, honestly, my favorite line of the whole movie. It's like, he's a coward and a fraud. But like, no, I thought it was straight up unique. I know a lot of people are saying Now they're like, well, with as good a job Michael B has done, should he do the next Black Panther? And I'm like, it's only been one movie, number one, and number two. Ryan Coogler's going to finish that out, and let's see what else he has. I mean, it's one movie. I'm not
It's a
saying that the next one couldn't be
bit. That's a
good,
bit.
but
It's a bit ambitious.
yeah,
Like
a
a
little
whole
bit,
Marvel movie after just one boxing movie. It's a bit ambitious.
yeah,
Not that I think he'd do terrible, but you know what I'm saying.
right,
Got to ease into it. Got a little too much dip on this shit.
exactly. To quote Mr. Fantastic, that's a bit of a stretch.
You are a fool.
um, I tell you what, another thing a lot of people have been talking about as far as Creed is concerned, a Creed verse being set up. Um, Now, I'm talking about like an animated show popping up, maybe a spinoff with Dane, which I think would be really good considering the ending. Do you think that that's something that will be a possibility or something you'd like to explore?
um, I'd like to say yes. I really would like to, but
Interesting.
I, I you know what I'm saying? Like
Not really feeling.
they're making animes of like a movie property, and what I've seen, usually it don't go too well. You know what I'm saying? The Pacific Rim joint. You know what I'm saying? What else? What else? Was there? There wasn't there like a Fast and Furious joint, like an animated. I don't know if that was an anime, but
I
I don't
don't
know.
recall.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant about like jumping on board with that, but I think there's a way to go about it that could still be pretty fire. And I really think that like this would have been a solid ending to the franchise. And I know that wouldn't have happened, but I don't know. They kind of wrapped it up pretty nicely, except for the only thing I'd say that stopped it from being like a perfect conclusion was like a proper like Rocky send off. Like I was so convinced that he was gonna be it was gonna be his funeral because we saw Donnie had a funeral in the trailer.
Mm.
I was like mad convinced it was gonna be his funeral. We already knew Sly wasn't gonna be in it, and then like they just apparently they mentioned him like once in the movie. I didn't catch it,
It was very
but
early.
mm,
Yeah.
but like as big a role he had in the first two, like you thought, I don't know, at least he would have been there for the funeral. You know what I'm saying? Like, or get an explanation for him not being there or something. But yeah, bro, like he was already retired. He's starting a family now, and so like if they continue, or is it gonna be his daughter? Is that it? That's a little played out. Like, come on, he Apollo's son, and now it's gonna continue with his daughter.
That's one thing I was
It's like
thinking about.
it's so far removed from Rocky at this point. It's like you're like, what are we doing? Like
Just doing the generations.
this started with an Italian dumbass who only knew hands. He only knew this. He's just
I'm
some
just out here working for the mob, I'm just trying to make sure we collect these taxes and all. Like, Adrian,
he was
I
just
get you a
some
tatum show.
he was just a
You offer
dumb
ministry.
charismatic. Oh my gosh. He was just an endearing, just dumb, decent boxer from Philly who got the shot of a lifetime. He became good. He became a world champ. He lost it all because of his mans. He tried to take his mans to the top with him. Like, and now, like, what's going to continue with, the granddaughter, the illegitimate granddaughter of his
man, what we talking about? You family, all right? You family.
Bro,
Yeah, no, but I get you
I
though,
don't know.
because I
You
think
feel
you're
me?
absolutely right. Like, I don't want to keep seeing it. That's why I think instead of um why not switch it and focus on Dame? Where that way we're not now we're kind of removed from just the whole family dynamic. We get a
Mm.
fresh slate.
Yeah,
This
kind of more.
character,
It kind of is more like a spin off because it's not
yeah,
even the Creed family or the Rocky family. So
exactly. Like
that'd
if they
make more
pop up,
sense.
exactly, and they could make an appearance, but it doesn't have to be like
That make more sense.
so focused on them. You know what I'm saying? Like he could train at a different gym. We can meet some other boxers, meet some different trainers. Introduce an entirely new world, one that was remade in the snap of a finger. No Infinity Stones here, though. Just one of the Council of Kang members is showing up just as a boxer. It's incredible. Um, did you said you saw Ant Man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I haven't seen
What's up?
Ant Man yet, but
What?
um, yeah, I know.
All these reviews you putting out, you ain't seen Ant Man. What we doing?
After we talked about the movie, I was kind of wondering, do I want to see it in theaters or do I
Oh
just want to wait
yeah.
for it to?
Well, I scared you away from it.
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm like, dang, is it really like that bad? Like, darn,
It's
I'm gonna
still
check
a
it out.
solid watch. It's still a solid watch. Like I didn't go in expecting it to be great. Like I kind of knew it was going to be all right, and it was
Just
still worth the price of admission in my opinion. But like
all right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna check it out still. See, just
you're not missing much. You're not missing much. Like
that's the thing,
let me not.
So roll me this. Would you say which performance was better, Jonathan Majors' Kang or Jonathan Majors' Dame?
Hmm. Hmm. I guess I would. I'd probably say Dame. Probably say Dame.
Yeah, that's one thing I've also heard consistently. Just I think I guess he has just a little more freedom, pretty much to play with the
Yeah.
character. Um, and the thing I like about Dame, honestly, it was how he was so unconventional but so dirty at the same time. I'm like, this man is
Hmm.
really pinpointing with just. He was like Randy Orton, a true viper. Just like he saw the weakness in the shoulder, the chink in the armor, smacked at it, just kept going at it, pop, pop, pop. He was fighting
Yeah.
Felix. Man somehow grazed his face so lightly, yet just cut so clean blood. I'm like, okay, dag, he's not playing around, but he's not playing fair, and he's not really getting caught. Like he's getting caught,
Hmm.
but like he does it so gracefully in a way. It's like so different. Everybody's caught off guard. He doesn't play the gentleman's game. It's survival. It's it's that prison talk. um Now also, um what did you think of the training scene? Like how would you rank the training scenes with Creed? Like
This one, I did like this one. I did like this one. Um, out of the three, so like rank the three best to worst. Hmm. 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 Listen, they're all pretty solid, man. They're all pretty solid. I'd say probably one. Then
Oh, got a tough one here,
shit,
folks.
I might go in order. I might go in order actually. Just like one,
That's
two, three.
exact. It's
To be
funny you
honest,
said that was my exact thought. Like straight one, two, three. Yeah. The first one that's just epic. The second one also like you can't tell me you running across this hot road, you fall, then you rise again. It's like, do you know who I am? My name is not Victor. I am Adonis Creed. I'm not a mutant. I'm the son of Apollo. You will fear me. Nah, and it's the skill set. I really want to know how their training was behind the scenes. Um, because the skill set, man, this you come across them in real life, and it's like and you see somebody threatening one of them, they getting two pieced real quick. I mean, very, very quickly. It's going to be instinctual at that point.
the quickness.
I love how Creed's his strengths were really just timing and speed. Like,
Mm.
and the way he boxed was very, very Viper like as well. I think it kind of reminds me. I don't know why. It's just the way they fought. You could see the yin and yang, if you will, of like them being the token of the same, like two heads of the same coin. Like, okay, timing and speed on one side, but also speed, but instead of timing, it's more deception.
Mm.
And that just dirty play that, however, Damon used, I thought it was great, man. Like,
Ferocity.
exactly, velocity, you know,
Said ferocity.
oh, ferocity. Oh, truly, yeah, yeah, exactly, ferocity. I mean, the man was a tiger. He cared not. Pretty much, he was like the lion and beast going against each other. Um, he just came to whoop. He beat Felix to a pulp, bro. Like that fight was crazy, and then the whole the whole setup was insane. Like he hired the dude to break
Yeah.
Bobby's hand. What?
Yo, Sam, you went right for his hand.
For, talk about going the distance.
And just ran up with a metal pole.
He just beat his hands in, man. Like that's
Jeez.
crazy. Um, like you really went that far and then disrespected him at the beach. Um, his mom hiding the letters. What did you think of that? His mom hiding the letters from him.
What I thought. I think we all thinking that once he knew that, why didn't he bring that up to Damien? That I mean, like, so he's still wrong. He's still wrong. He could have visited. He could have decided to write. But him like knowing now that his mom hid the letters from Damien,
Mm.
like I'd at least let that be known to him that like I didn't even know you was reaching out, even though I'm still kind of wrong because I just went about my life.
Yeah, yeah.
What you think?
I thought it kind of reminded me of a situation in my childhood. Like I just know there was a friend I had like when I was younger, and he was pretty much a troublemaker, and
Mm,
my peoples ain't really want me around him like that because it was like they could kind of see what kind of path he was on straight up, and they were right
mm,
essentially. So but I could see like I could kind of relate. I could relate to it a bit. But it's not like Adonis meant to just forget about him. You kind of wonder about people, but you get so
mm,
caught up in life and the things that you're doing. Um, I'm not saying it's right, but you just kind of forget things along the way, um, intentional or unintentional. I mean, like they were good friends, but like Donnie went through some stuff, and once he found Rocky and he found Bianca, found his mom again, um, started his life over. Pretty much, it was like a clean slate. Pretty much, he was really restarting his life. So, and at that point, there really wasn't any room for Damien. Um, not that he intended to forget, but Damien made sure he didn't forget. He trained every day to get ready for that moment when he stepped out. Like, nice whip. You train every day to lean on this man's car. I don't know who you are. We look. It could have got bad real quick. What you doing on my car? Can I get an autograph? No, take off my car. Um, yeah, nah. Another thing. Do you feel like? What did you think of Bianca's story? Speaking of, because Tessa Thompson, she's always wonderful. Um, just like, what did you think of her story in the movie?
Man, we don't care about that. I
Yeah,
ain't comfort because say no, say no. Um, I mean, I ain't come for. Let's keep it a bug. We ain't come for that, but
right.
it was solid. It was solid. You know what I'm saying? From Creed 1 to here, that progression. Like we actually see her like, you know what I'm saying, like making music.
What you
It
doing the
was it
film?
was yeah. It wasn't like we didn't get too much of it, but like we saw she's stepping back from singing to produce now or whatever,
Mm.
and solid wrap up because like leading to that from the first one with uh her dealing with the hearing loss.
Mm.
So yeah, it was like it rhymed poetry.
Poetry. I felt that. It definitely was very poetic. And the way they utilized her as well. She's truly like coming into her own as like a leader, a mother. You know, truly
Mm.
just like family woman. It's like all right, very well done. I think we all really. I think the real star of the movie, the one that we all truly came to see, was not Michael B. Jordan. It was clearly Stephen A. Smith. Because let's talk about it here for a second. you, you you were champion of the world 3 years ago. Man,
Yeah.
I tell you, like, no, that sequence, that is something I've been wanting. I'm not a person that likes to like stir up drama,
Mm.
but like if I was just watching First Take one day and there was like a live session of somebody just calling in and just really jawing at somebody, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be pretty interested in what's going on. So that whole sequence with Dame calling him out and like getting that fight set up, I'm like, oh man, okay. That's how you gonna do it. That's how you gonna entice him to come back in the ring. All right, you disrespect
Said
this man
run
at
it.
a beach party, disrespect him at his own home. I felt like I'm not gonna lie. At one point, I thought he was gonna try to put a move on Bianca.
Yo, facts. Me too. Me
Yeah,
too.
I'm like, you smiling a little too hard there,
Mm.
like, like especially when they were at the party and like he started kind of just like I guess opening up a little bit. And then
Yeah.
even when they were having dinner together, they were just by the fire and just talking. And I don't know. I think they were talking about like how long they were married or something. I can't remember on top of my head, but he seemed very like just the way it was just the way he looked at her. It's like you're gonna try something at some
Mm.
point, ain't you? Come to find out, when he's calling out Adonis, he already got somebody laying right there. I was like, man, nah. Now he was definitely he might be to me the best antagonist of the whole franchise.
That's a bold claim.
I think so. I
It's a
mean,
very bold claim.
who would you say? Drago.
I wouldn't even. I don't even know if I'd say Dragon necessarily. Who
He
would I
said,
say?
"Screw you, Dolph Lundgren."
Hmm.
I mean, can't be Tommy
He's
Gunn.
up there. He's up there. He's up there for sure.
Yeah,
He's up there for sure. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Clover, bro. Maybe
Clubber
Clover.
Lang.
Maybe.
Gotta
I
have some
feel
more
like
pieces. Too.
they up there. I can't say who's over who, but Clever Lang, Damien up there, and then
Yeah.
like maybe under those two, I'll put Drago.
Okay. Yeah, because we all know. I mean, to me, I think the other there's another major antagonist in all of Rocky. I mean, there's so many movies. His son,
Yeah,
from the fifth one to Balboa. I'm like, dang, you two on the
bro.
rocks.
That man hated him.
Man, like he
She
said, I
could
should have
just get
never
rid
introduced
of
you to Tommy Gunn, son.
that last name.
Oh man. Did you have any other complaints about the movie? I know you said you weren't really feeling like the cell block scene.
What
At least it wasn't
else?
any cornbread that showed up in the middle of the fight either. Um, was there anything else that you had like an
Other
issue
than
with?
that, other than that, I don't know.
All right. Do you have like
Like,
overall favorite scene you would say that was like your standout scene in the movie, like one that you're like, okay, I like this more than anything else?
I like the man. I don't even know if this happened like during the fight or
Mhm.
during the training montage, but like the whole like the flashback, him running away, him finally like getting through that. Forget what was, walk into what is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whew. And bro, Duke was fired. Duke was fired, bro. Y'all sleep. I don't think anybody really giving him his flowers. He was fired in this one. Duke the
Michael Vick.
trainer.
Oh, the trainer. Oh, Wood
Yeah,
Harris. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Duke was like he. Wood Harris is always whenever he's in something,
No, yeah.
he just elevates it. Like I'm telling you, he just understands. I mean, six man of the year good goes to Wood Harris.
that New York charisma.
Yeah, no, seriously, the wizard and like just he warned him, don't do it. He is out to hurt somebody. He's not here to play fair. He's not here
The
to play
man's
fair
fighting with a
with
chip on his shoulder.
you. Exactly. He's fighting with a chip on his shoulder. All right. Do you think he's a clown? Like he's supposed to amuse you? Like it doesn't work that way. You're giving him
He
a
said, he
chance.
said, he said, don't come back to the gym. Don't come back for a while.
And he meant that. Dude, don't show your face.
Bro.
I told you. I'm not having it. Nah, man. He wasn't kidding. But that's the other thing though. It makes you wonder how boxing is now. It's like this whole celebrity fights. You were able to go from okay, so your champ got beat. Well, no, not your champ got beat. Drago was supposed to fight your champion. He gets hurt. So you give him a title shot, and he hasn't fought a professional fight a day in his life. I think it also kind of at points the movie alluded to that a little bit. Like this is the absurdity that we're at now as far as boxing is concerned. Like
Was that the case at this point?
at this point, yeah. Because remember when he got the dude to assault Drago, because Drago and Felix were supposed to fight initially, but then they talked about having Damon fight Felix for the title, saying like, oh, and that's how they promoted it. Like, we're gonna get all these people, this guy completely unknown going up against the champion. It's gonna be a big payday for everybody.
No, you were saying Drago like didn't have experience.
No. I'm saying Dame didn't have the experience.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, getting his first fight. That's what I was saying. Like this man hasn't fought a single professional bout.
Facts.
Give him a title shot, why don't you? That's why I'm telling you, this movie, the next movie, if they decide to go the spin-off route, they're gonna have some boxers in there that are gonna talk some trash about that. You know, so you,
Mm.
you got you pretty much had the title for a day, and then you lost it to a retired man. Like, no way, no way, man. They're gonna use that against
Hey,
him.
but if so, it ends up being a Damien spinoff.
Yeah,
Don't you kind of feel like it would be too similar in arc? Like he's different because he did time, but like
Mhm.
him and Damien both came from foster care, abusive foster parent. You know what I'm saying? Like both, what I'm saying, were fighting
Mhm.
a lot back then, and Creed had to just like deal with the trauma that like causes all this anger and this need to prove himself and all that. Don't you kind of feel like it'll be the same type arc?
Yeah, no, that's fair because like you can only fight dirty for so long. Um, Part of his style too. So it's like that would be something that wears away in the overall story. Like he would have to
Mm.
really change how he fight, like change who he is as a person. Just like you said. So I think yeah, it could be redundant. But I think if they just put it like this, if they really leaned into um not so much his villainy, but whatever his like his cockiness. Maybe he changed the way he fights, but his personality is still like deep down. You still kind of know that's who he is.
Mm.
Um, get him like a trainer that kind of reflects that a bit more as well. Um, put him up, put him up against people that's how that's what I would think. Put him up against people who we would view as heroes, and he's the villain in their story, and he's just knocking them down. Flip it. So
Mm.
he'd be our protagonist, and they'd be the antagonist, but we see them as really those supposed to be the good guys, as opposed to him. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know they were talking about an animated series too, which would be like, I love animated stuff, but I'm not really like jumping at the idea. Animated Creed. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, yeah. It kind of sounds like them just trying to hold on to the property.
yeah.
They got
I
the
mean,
anime
really trying to
series,
milk the
like
teeth for all you can.
you know. That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. It is utterly ridiculous. Gonna milk that cow dry is what they said. We'll get all the half and half they can get. Oh man. Nah, this was good. Eddie, do you have any final thoughts on Creed 3?
um,
What you expect for Michael Beach going forward?
I mean, I'm looking forward to what this was a strong directorial debut on Michael B. Jordan's part. Looking forward to the projects he does in the future. It was a solid entry in the whole Rocky franchise. I enjoyed it. I'd recommend it. I'd give it a cool 8 out of 10.
Cool. 8
Cool
out
eight
of
out of 10.
10. I respect that. That here on this channel is the equivalent of 4 out of 5 full moons. We do fractions here, people. It's amazing. Eddie, tell the people where they can find you, if they can follow you, talk to you, chat with you, discover your knowledge of Creed, Marvel. I mean, this man is one of the most brilliant minds when it comes down to it. Maybe
You're
the
too
Reed
kind. You're too
Richards.
kind.
telling you. He knows his stuff. Go ahead. Tell him where we can find you, Eddie.
You guys can find me IG Petti.Edi, Petti.Edi. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to subscribe to my man's Midnight Cinema. The Midnight Train is always chugging.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, like, all that.
I appreciate that. Always chugging along.
Of course.
Even when it's dark. Even when I can't see. Keep on chugging forward. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get it. And keep moving forward. Man,
that's how winning is done.
That's how winning is done. Anybody ever tell? He sounds like a rabid cyclops. Like, oh man, guys, thank you for stopping by. It was great doing this review with Eddie. You can follow me on Twitter, the Outlawed Mime, Instagram, Midnight Cinema 41. You can find me over on the Multiverse of Geekdom channel. Weekly Geekdom has now turned into short form. So you'll see me doing a lot more film news over here and on the channel over there. And you can find me in the Facebook group, Multiverse of Geekdom, and the Benverse group that we have here. So, guys, I hope that you have a great rest of your evening. I hope that you learn to uphold the creed. You know, don't be like Dave. Don't fight dirty. Don't do that. It's about timing and speed. Follow the process, and you shall succeed. That's what I'm talking about here. Remember, one pack, one nation, one smooth howl. Take care. Y'all gonna check me out at these here socials. I'll see you all in the next one. And by the way, make sure that you stay tuned for all types of content that I got going on at this here channel. Remember, one pack, one nation, one smooth hell.